Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about Lancelot, the leaked patch notes, the release patch notes, that we can only presume is as official as we're going to get for the moment. On this, it does have a release date. We don't know if that's 100% confirmed, but it's about the best thing we've got to go by now, and it does kind of make sense in terms of the timelines. And it gives us a little bit of overview as to what Lancelot is. So in this video, I'm going to be covering just a basic overview of the different things in Lancelot, what I think we could see from them, and then I'll be going a little bit more in depth on some of the major features after that. So let's get into it and read this first sort of statement. On March 12th, we will release our third major post-release content update, Lancelot. With this update, the open world of Albion will gain new depth and complexity, from roaming mobs and luxury items to an all-new fishing system that lets players harvest Albion's rivers, lakes and seas for fish and treasure. A new tier of artifact armors, as the relic armors, will bring updated defensive and attack options to combat in Albion. Big improvements for guilds are also coming, from new storage and management systems that let guilds assign roles and track resources, to GVG season changes that will bring new challenges and rewards. Our server optimization will bring improved performance, especially in larger fights, and finally, with the introduction of the Ballista, the game takes its first steps towards a new open world combat. For veteran players and newcomers alike, Lancelot will bring new depth, complexity, challenges to the world of Albion. So again, it's an overview, so it's likely to be quite catchy in what it says. To look over what it said, it's basically just gone over an overview. We've got fishing, we've got roaming mobs and luxury items, we've got the new relic armors, the GVG changes, the server optimization, which we've had in every update, and it is getting better slowly, and the new Ballista. So quite broad in what it gives us. It tells us a little bit of everything, but doesn't tell us anything specific. So we're going to go through what it says. So fishing. The waters of Albion are ready to offer up their bounty to intrepid anglers. Adventurers can fish Albion's oceans, rivers and lakes and catch everything from regular fish to trickier bosses to rare sunken treasures. Different biomes and settings offer different types of fish, as do freshwater and saltwater. Once they're reeled in, fish can be cooked into meals and sold like other resources. As with other resources in the game, fishing will have a new tiers of unlockable poles and its own all-new armor and destiny board path. And finally, players can even save their most legendary catches as treasures to decorate the walls of their homes. Quite a cool little feature, a little bit of a decorative thing. The fact that we haven't seen the food yet or what it's going to lead to, but they're going to lead to a different source of food, which could be really cool in itself. I've known so many people that are excited for fishing, so I can only imagine that this is going to go down well in the eyes of the community. I think it really will. I hope the food comes off well as well. I'm not really sure what to think about food, if it's going to be different stats or if it's going to be the same but bigger type thing. Really not sure, so we'll have to see how that comes out. Maybe we'll have some fish stew next patch. Guild quality of life improvements. With the new Lancelot update, guild leaders will have a broad new set of tools at their fingertips for delegating roles to guild members, tracking resources, setting permissions, and accessing items from multiple locations. Leaders can hand out responsibilities as they see fit, allowing all guild members to spend less time on administration and more time looting, gathering, and preparing for battle. And with new guild vaults and guild-owned islands and territories, all guild members will have easier access to a shared guild economy. This has been almost necessary. This should have come in really with the release of the game. We can see from the screenshot here, just to kind of zoom into it a little bit, there's like different options. The right hand, the War Masters, the Master of Coin, all these different people can have, from kicking, inviting, being able to launch attacks, all this different stuff. And I think that's really cool, because you can have a guild that you can start to organize your own guild. It doesn't say anything about creating your own ranks, which I think is something that has been asked for in the past, but we'll have to see if that comes. But overall, just having any sort of quality of life change for it, I think is going to be a positive direction. I think it could be needed. Server performance improvements. So I'm pretty sure this has been on every single content update since release. They're obviously making sure that, as best possible, they're trying to make changes to the server to be able to handle these bigger fights. At the moment, the only time we're getting these sort of huge ZVZ fights, especially now that the sort of major alliances have crumbled or won't crumbled, oops, it's just not got content really, is during the reset. And them fights are typically anything from like 500-600 people on each side. So I think it's going to be pretty hard for them to get to that position, and anything between isn't going to make too much of a difference, I think. But it's nice to know they're still focused on it. It's still a focus that they want to achieve. So I guess that's quite important. We can actually read through what it says here. Over the past months, as we've developed the features that will make up the Lancelot update, we have also introduced numerous performance improvements in tandem with these new systems. These optimizations will go live alongside the new features of the Lancelot update and should serve to offer players reduced lag and increased performance, particularly during large-scale battles. We are fully committed to making massive fights as smooth as possible and consider improving performance a constantly ongoing process, which I think kind of resonates with what they've done so far in obviously Albion's lifetime. They've been very, very focused on trying to get Albion as lag-free as possible, especially during ZVZs. GVG season improvements. The second GVG season will see some big changes. First and foremost, players can now place rogue mages in enemy territory to steal energy for their own guild. Siphoning mages will now spawn more slowly as their numbers increase, but killing them will offer higher rewards. All the energy they drop can now be claimed directly by players on the battlefield and no longer go directly to the guild. In GVG battles, capturing an orb will immediately deduct a point from the enemy team, meaning a flawless victory will be much more difficult to achieve. Together, these changes will provide new incentives for claiming territories and participating in GVG battles. So, let's talk about this in two parts. Firstly, you have the actual open world season stuff, which is the mages. I like the fact that you can place rogue mages. I like the fact that there's more rewards but less uptime on the siphoning mages. They become more important to defend. I like that change. I think that's going to go down well in the eyes of the community. Kind of gives open worlders a chance to compete with some energy as well by placing rogue mages down, which I can only imagine would kind of work like a siphoning mage but for another guild, in the siphons and you'll get an alert when they're being attacked, maybe. In terms of the GVG battles, I am going to talk about, like I said, I'm going to go through all of these in a separate video as well, or all the major ones anyway in separate videos. I don't like the GVG battle thing. I think it's just going to be exploited, honestly. But we'll have to kind of work through it and we'll see what comes of it. Like I said, I'm going to talk more about it in a future video. First impressions, not particularly excited about it. New artifact armors. Lancelot will introduce level 3 artifact armors. They're the relic armors to match the relic weapons we've got, offering unparalleled power to those who master their intricacies. It's a hard word to say. Items like the Judicator helmet, which stuns enemies with an electric AoE shockwave. That sounds pretty overpowered. And the Spectra hood, which lets users use their armor skills twice in a row, will provide not only new defensive strategies but offensive ones as well, and bring combat in Albion to a whole new level. Double ambush dagger pair. Pretty excited for that, to be honest. That could be pretty nice. By the looks of it, there is going to be a dev talk coming out if it's not already out regarding that. Roaming mobs. With the Lancelot update, the new NPC factions in Albion will become much more prevalent in Albion's biomes. Instead of appearing only in pre-existing camps, they will now spawn throughout the world, designed to be defeated by solo players or small groups. These enemies will offer overall higher rewards than those found in expeditions to those willing to hunt them down. They will also vary in rarity and difficulty, from the basic scouts to stronger troops to powerful bosses that offer huge amounts of fame and silver. And then we've already seen the dev talk from Robin on the roaming mobs and luxury goods. So it looks like it's just going to give a little bit more life into the open world rather than just focused around dungeons and things like that. So again, a nice change. I like this one. Luxury goods, I mean, we've gone over this kind of already. Effectively, they're just going to be dropped by the roaming mobs. You can sell them in each of the smaller cities, and yeah, we don't know any more real information about that yet. New hellgates. So I'm so excited about this one. As soon as I've read it, I was pretty damn hyped. Hardcore players looking for smaller scale PvP combat can now seek out lesser hellgates in red and black zones. These new hellgates offer the smaller 2v2 map found in blue zones, but with full loot PvP. Each type of hellgate will have its own map icon, allowing players to distinguish between different types within the same region. Pretty damn excited for this one. Why? Because it's the blue hellgates, which I love. I go back and do them every now and again because it's super fun to do. But honestly, it's just not worth it for me to do. It's fun, but it's not worth it. The fact that they're going full loot, I think we're going to see a lot of cheesy stuff, and I think it might kill it before it comes off the ground. I think we're going to see a lot of sort of double healer, double great nature, that sort of mechanics. We might even see tank healer just to try and whittle someone down. I'm sure there's going to be loads of different cheesy tactics for it, but honestly, I would kind of prefer it to be 3v3 actually, I think. But again, we'll talk about this more. I am super excited about hellgates. Just even 2v2 hellgates, I'm pretty damn excited for him in my opinion. New expedition. In the Raven's Claws, there's a new T6 group expedition that tasks adventurers with rescuing a captured agent from the clutches of the Disciples of Morgana before he reveals critical secrets. Ironic, because this was leaked. Maybe they knew. Maybe it was them. Descend into a nightmarish obolette and battle new mobs that are hell-bent on delivering pain, and vanquish the final tormentor and set the agent free. So I imagine this is also going to be another map that we can get for hardcore expeditions. Pretty cool. Hope it's a little bit more balanced than the other new ones that were added. The Eternal Battle and Fistful of Silver. Still broken, still almost ignored by the majority of the hardcore expedition player base, just because they're so strong. Additional improvements, Ballistas, these new siege engines, the first of their kind in Albion Online, operate like battle mounts with similarly formidable firepower. They also represent the first step towards what we hope will be the next type of large-scale battles, open world siege fair. I mean, that sounds pretty cool, but I mean, I'm going to be doing a video. So two things I'm going to be doing a video on in the next couple of days. One is hardcore expeditions, the other one is battle mounts. Kind of not okay. No, it's not okay. I think there needs to be changes, or at least things realised with both. And this is what I kind of want to talk about in the video, so not going to spoil too much. In terms of the Ballista, kind of don't like it. I just, we've already talked, I mean, Sandbox has already released on the forums that they don't want to add more battle mounts to deal with battle mounts, yet they're adding another battle mount before the ones that we've got are fixed. So not 100% sure about that, but again, we'll talk about it more in depth in a future video. Balancing changes, graphical UI and localization bug fixes, and numerous other game optimizations. On top of all this, Lancelot comes with a large number of smaller balancing changes, additions, and bug fixes. Overall, quite a big patch. In terms of content's kind of a little bit more seasonal content in terms of like the mages and things like that. They're trying to encourage that sort of mechanic. That sort of thing. They're offering fishing. They're also going to be doing a lot more open world stuff. So it's definitely that sort of focus, and I don't mind that. They're also doing the 2v2 hellgates, which are quite a nice mechanic for people who are trying to work through it as well. Are like new in the game, haven't got too many people to play with. I think that could be quite a fun thing as well. So overall, I think there's a lot of positive things. There's going to be a lot of videos talking about this stuff in the next couple of days, so make sure you like, subscribe. I am back. I keep saying I say it once a month, and I don't mean to. So this time is real. This time I am back. So thanks for watching, guys, and catch you later. Goodbye.